John, freshman quarterback at Van Dyke, Pat Nundy told us that that you guys respected him a lot coming into this game. What were some of the things he did that were really good in you guys' end and made it tough for you guys to stop him?
Yeah, he's been on a roll the past couple of weeks. Obviously, he's improved each game that he's played in. We've noticed that. I think his first, game was against Virginia, and then he started to get better every week. And really, it was a completely, totally different game plan for him than what we would have had against King with their other quarterback. So, he's much more of a pocket passer, and he throws the ball well downfield. And it's obvious that he had a lot of confidence coming into today's game off of their loss or after their big win last week. So, yeah, he was impressive today, and he doesn't play like a freshman.
His patience in the pocket and his willingness to take a hit to get that pass that made it so difficult?
Yeah, that's a good point. He did do that very well. I remember vividly one time I came in on a blitz, and I didn't get to him, but he sat in there and he was going to be willing to take the hit. Obviously, they got after us a little bit with I think Voss had a late hit call on him, so we were a little more patient when rushing the passer on him. Trying not to get another late hit, but yeah, I think that's a strength in his game.
Before we get to the next question, are you with the team now? You on the bus?
No.
Thank you very much. Yep. Next.
John, what do you think led to the tackling issues today?
Yeah, all of us linebackers were just talking about that. For me, it wasn't up to my standards. I missed a couple tackles I usually don't miss. I think Voss, Phil, and Cam, and Wendell, all felt the same way. There's really no sign as to what, leads to that. Throughout the week, you can only do so many live periods, to preserve our bodies throughout the season. We're in, week 8, week 9 now, so you really find out on Saturdays what's that like. You can try the best as you can to thud and, wrap up during practice throughout the week, but that's definitely going to be a point of emphasis going forward. We were not our best today in that aspect.
Is that an issue that can just snowball in a game if a couple guys start missing tackles, it becomes a thing?
Yeah, I think today we got frustrated pretty quickly. We have high expectations for our defense, and when they got out on a quick lead on us, I think we all kind of looked around and we knew we were going to have to come back. So after that point, every missed tackle has a much bigger effect on the game going forward. When we need the ball back, we miss a tackle and they get a first down, it's like that was an opportunity for us to get off the field. So it's disappointing that we tackled that way, but we'll be much better in the future. I can promise you that.
John, what do you think they were doing well, or maybe you guys were not doing well, that allowed them to have so much success with the kind of flat now route, like wide receiver screen type throws?
Yeah, I think they didn't want to let our pass rush get involved in the game. They did a good job of getting the ball out of Van Dyke's hands pretty quickly. I think the linebackers in the secondary were usually pretty good playing on the perimeter. I think today, the tackling issue came up, and that was just, they kept attacking that. And those are usually routine plays that we're pretty good at, especially, with me, Eric, Brandon, and, Voss and Phil on the outside. We usually thrive in those moments. And today we lacked in open field tackling, and it showed in those situations.
Beyond the tackling situation, what do you think the major problem was on defense where you guys gave up 3 touchdowns there and went a little stretch in the first half?
Yeah, really, those were all on us. It wasn't anything that Miami did specifically that we haven't seen before, other than the the reverse trick play double pass. They did show that on film one time, and we saw that. They just executed it perfectly. Obviously, they hit us with a lot of T shoots and Y shoots in the past and previous years, and we've shown to be susceptible against that with other teams. So we really put our focus on that going into the game today. And, like I said, those are routine plays that we should stop. It was just a misfit on one on the long run touchdown, and, a miscommunication in the back end on the first touchdown of the game. So, nothing we haven't seen before, just plays that we should make.
You guys, you mentioned the rough in the pass and how you guys started to slow up because of those calls. With those and the safety, the crowd was really getting into just showing their disdain towards the officials. Did you feel like, some of those calls got to you guys a little bit and maybe caused some frustration on your end in the defense?
I mean, you would hope not. I know it was a very high emotional game, especially at the end with the safety call. Obviously, that call didn't go our way, but no matter what the call is, you got to snap back up and go to the next play. And I was trying, to rally the troops after that call because I could see guys were frustrated, but you got to move on, no matter what the call is. So, I think, that was a big moment, and it was unfortunate that it didn't go our way, but, that's football. We're not going to get every call, and, the officials made the call they did, so we got to roll with it and get a stop on the next play.
What was your view of that play, Joe?
I'm going to be biased, but the call was what the call was. I think maybe if the officials made a different call on the field, they would have been able to, make a different call after they reviewed it. But, in calls like that, sometimes when they make a call on the field and then there's not enough evidence when they review it, it's hard to reverse that call. It's unfortunate the way it was, but it was definitely close. Obviously, I would have loved for it to be called a safety, and that would change the game. Put a much better feel on our defense going forward. We would have felt a lot better about this game, but we didn't get the call, so we got to live with it.
John, what was the key to the bounce back after the Western Michigan game? What do you lean on to kind of going forward after this game?
Yeah, so that was definitely, an eye-opener, and this game feels very similar, extremely similar. Coming off of a high win versus Tennessee, then getting upset versus Western Michigan, last week, a big win versus Clemson, and now this week. So it's really an emotional roller coaster, and I think, hopefully it won't allow us to get too far ahead of ourselves again next time we do have a big win, because we will have another big win this season, and hopefully many more. Hopefully we can just, stay focused on being even-keeled going forward and not get too far ahead of ourselves, and, just keep the standard the same from week to week no matter who we're playing.
With everything Kenny does for this team, how frustrating is it as a defense when he makes kind of a pretty rare mistake there to not be able to go pick him up at the end of the game? Just what can you say about being able to play for him?
Yeah, obviously we would have loved to get the ball back in his hands at the end of the game. Kenny's a very accountable teammate and player. This season he's made very few mistakes, and even after the one interception he threw today, he was saying to the defense, that's my fault, that's on me. And I mean, turnovers are going to happen. It's inevitable. So, we can't get upset when those things do happen. We expect greatness from Kenny, and, most of the time we do get that. And, he was great today again. But we would like to get the ball back in his hands at the end of the game. We felt like the game fell on the defense today.
Thank you. John, this is now twice that, a quarterback has come in and thrown pretty accurately against you guys, making big throws like that throughout a game. Is there a sense that there's something bigger that you guys may have to do on defense to sharpen that up going forward? Because you guys still got other quarterbacks like Sam Howell, Brennan Armstrong still on the schedule. Yeah,
so after the Western Michigan game, I know I talked about before that we definitely changed some things schematically going forward that have helped us in the past few weeks. I don't know. I haven't watched the film yet, so I don't know if there were any glaring, issues with the defense schematically today. But we'll definitely look at the film and get better from it. But the Western Michigan game definitely did help us going forward. You hope that there weren't any glaring mistakes and that there were just, execution issues that we can get better on. So we'll get back to the drawing board and we'll be better from this.